History remembers moments of extraordinary strength, skill, and determination. True greatness is forged by those who fulfill their destiny.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and we begin our Travers Week coverage of Spa Babies with race number 2 on Wednesday. We kick off the early pick 5 with this 7-furlong maiden special weight for New York-bred 2-year-old fillies. Let's take a peek at this field, and there is a pretty heavy favorite on the morning line, Nicole. The number 3 Gambling Girl will be making her third appearance for trainer Todd Pletcher. She hit the board last time out, and she's even money on the morning line.
Yeah, and we'll get into this as we discuss the field, but she's faced some nice horses already, it seems like. We've talked about her, as well as a couple of others in this field on Spa Babies throughout the season. Some horses in here with experience coming out of interesting races. New York breds, fun way to kick off Travers Stakes Week.
Breaking from the inside is the number 1 Sweet Blush. This is a filly by Candy Ride, who sold for $200,000 in April after breezing a furlong in 10-3. Now, she's a half-sister to Grantham, who placed in the Tampa Bay Derby. She's by Candy Ride, very, very solid with juvenile debut runners. The second dam was a stakes winner on turf in France, and I do wonder if maybe this filly will do well on the turf down the road.
I wonder that as well. And Candy Ride is certainly a versatile sire. She's got a nice long work tab, which is good. 7 furlongs is a tall order for a first time starter, particularly the way this track has been playing this meet. I think she's going to be well supported. I think she'll give a good account of herself. I think 7 furlongs is probably about as short as she'll ever want to go. I'll be interested in seeing her with a little more distance and perhaps on a different surface down the line.
Jose Ortiz aboard for trainer Billy Morey. The number 2 is In Good Trouble, another first-time starter. This filly is by the red hot sharp Azteca, who's just gotten off to a great start with his first crop. Winner after winner after winner. In Good Trouble is a half-sister to a 13-time sprint winner. So there's speed and some class in this pedigree, and this filly should be a price for somewhat low-profile connections.
Absolutely. And, just as you said, speed on speed in this pedigree. Sharp Azteca, a son of New York's perennial leading sire Freud, had that miler type speed that can be so valued in an American stallion prospect. He's turned out 16 individual winners, including a pair of stakes winners, to lead the way by winners on the freshman sire list. And he's a very close third on a close packed freshman earnings list right now as well.
Jose Lascano rides for Gregory DePrima. The 3 is Gambling Girl. This is your even money favorite on the morning line. Trained by Todd Pletcher, she is a daughter of Dialed In. The dam, a half-sister to a Grade 2 stakes-winning synthetic router. This is the family of Take Charge Lady, and a lot of classy route horses. So stretching out to 7 furlongs should help. Her prior experience should help. And I like that she's been given incremental stretch out in distances from 5 to 6 to 7. It seemed like her second start was a carbon copy of her debut. She didn't show much speed. Once she got to the outside, she came with a belated rally.
Yeah, and I do think that race is certainly going to keep moving her forward from a fitness perspective as she steps up to 7 furlongs, which should suit her. She's by Dialed In from the AP Indy sire line, who does well with this 2-year-olds. She's out of an Empire Maker mare from that classy female family that you mentioned, Take Charge Lady. And I think she's faced some nice horses in these 2 races. Was 4th on debut at Belmont behind Song Parody, a well-regarded filly who went on and sold well at the Fasig-Tipton July Horses of Racing Age sale. Then was 3rd at Saratoga to Miracle, who looked like a nice filly winning, and a race she'll probably move forward from a fitness perspective.
Number 4 is Our Rosie Diamonds. This is a daughter of Bellamy Road. She's the most experienced filly in the field. She's started 3 times. The speed just hasn't been there. She debuted on turf. She finished 5th. Not much speed in her last 2 starts, although she was saddled with tough outside post positions both times.
Yeah, and I keep looking at this filly and thinking that there's something in there. She was fifth with a troubled trip on debut on turf, probably not her preferred surface. She then moved to dirt and ran against open company, although auction restricted company. Finished fifth after hitting the gate in what looks like a nice race. Her seventh place finish last time out was the first time I think that she's run, a really dull race because I don't think those first two efforts were bad. Getting Juan Gomez aboard, who is riding well and still has his apprentice allowance at this meet.
Number 5 is Maddie's Grace. This is a daughter of Hard Spun. Trained by Rudy Rodriguez, Manny Franco will take the mount. A $75,000 yearling. The dam a half to Tip Tap Tapazar, who is a stakes winner at 2 going a mile. The family of peaks and valleys, a millionaire who did most of his damage going long. This filly showed good speed in her debut. She battled inside the eventual winner. She got tired late. She's going to have to stretch it out from 5.5 to 7, but I think she'll show speed once again.
I do as well. And I do think that she's bred to handle a little bit more distance now that she's got some foundation under her. Hard spuns, they're typically better going long. And then the female family, as you mentioned, peaks and valleys and other good routers there. That was a good third on debut, again, coming out of a nice race. The winner that day was the experienced Lady Mine, who I think we had tabbed that day. The runner-up was the well-bred I'm Just Kiddin', who came back and won last time out.
6 is The Splendid One. She's a daughter of Exaggerator, trained by Mark Henning. Javier Castellano takes the mount, a $35,000 yearling. Lots of turf and synthetic in this family. She made her career debut last month at Saratoga. She finished behind Maddie's Grace, and she kind of just got some experience that day. She raced wide throughout and didn't do much. She'll have to improve, but I won't be surprised if she does with that race under her girth.
Absolutely. And with Javier Castellano taking the mount. And as I said, that looks like a pretty nice race that she and Maddie's Grace are both emerging from.
The 7 is August Bloom. This is a first-time starter trained by Joe Sharp. The aggressive Luis Saez takes the mount. She is a gray daughter of Arrogate, who was bought back for $52,000 in April after breezing a furlong in 10-2. Now, while she's a half-sister to Fapian, who was a graded stakes winner in a route race, there's a lot of speed in this pedigree, and it looks like she's got some fast workouts. I think she'll be quick from the stalls, but as you mentioned earlier, debuting at 7 is no easy task.
It's no easy task, but obviously I think the Arrogates are bred to go a little bit longer. They're bred to improve with distance, with experience. And I certainly wouldn't discount the chances of her picking up a piece of it, able to work out a nice outside trip under Luis Saez. Arrogate's current 2-year-olds, the second of what will just be 3 crops by him, include a couple of winners. It looks like a pretty nice crop. Those include the exciting Delmar 2-year-old Cave Rock.
Time for our top picks for our Wednesday Spa Baby race. Again, it kicks off the 50-cent early pick 5. The favorite is Gambling Girl. We'll try to beat her with Maddie's Grace.
Yeah, looking at the experienced horses, and I think we landed on the same horses here. For me, it's not just that they have the experience, which I think is important in this 7 furlong race. It's the horses that they've faced that kind of made the difference for me. Feels pretty chalky on top, but underneath, I will give our Rosie Diamonds another go to pick up a piece of it. I can't shake the feeling that there's something there in this horse.
Rudy Rodriguez has had a tough go of it at Saratoga. Maybe he can close out the meet strong the final 2 weeks, and maybe we could help him with the 5, Maddie's Grace. 5-3-4-2 for Nicole, 5-3-2-4 for me. It's our Wednesday Spa Baby event. Best of luck.